Fossil hunting der gelenkten Motorist. Digging fossils, finding fossils,
So Rich has a very nice trilobite. That's probably a molt because everything is pretty perfect except for the head.
Well, it's a molt, but it's pretty nice. The head's probably over here.
Yeah. So we are coming up on day two of our Fossils Along the Mohawk, a site that is known for lots of Triarchus trilobites. So with any luck, we'll be able to find them once again in this beautiful area of the Mohawk Valley. Alright, looks like I opened the window and let the smell of cows in.
I'm sure people have been there and did the same thing.
So this is what we're going to be looking for. One of our members just found this already this morning, but we're just starting to go to the dig now. Thank you for showing us. So as you can see, these rocks are full of little bits of trilobites, so they're fairly abundant. What we're going to try to find are full ones. Yes.
I say.
Yes. So Mike's first split has some trilobite bits and pieces. Looks like appendage. Looks like thorax. Maybe part of a head. Maybe broken up trilobite.
Okay,
Here we go. Oh, that's disappointing. Oh wait, cephalopod. There's a cephalopod if you want to dig it out.
let's see if we split this maybe.
Yeah. Alright, so got a little bit of thorax over here. Segment of a trilobite, also a head next to it. Sadly not in better shape. It was right on the end of the rock, so there wasn't really much I could do about that. But I'm sure there'll be good stuff here. Also see graptolites. So it looks like graptolites are with us as well as these trilobite parts. Alright, so I split this rock open. Came at it right over here. Split it open. Got a little bit of thorax. Here's the other side of it over here. So a little bit of thorax. And who knows, maybe there'll be more in this rock. Yes, oh very nice, very nice. Who knows, the head could be in there.
Hang on, I'll show you. On this piece, this is like two sides of the same thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then I got this guy. I couldn't find the counterpart.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
You need more head, you know?
Yeah.
And then there's just some small pieces, but nothing major. I just cleaned them up so that.
So let's talk a little bit about what we're doing here today. We are along the Mohawk River, upstate New York. This is part 2 of our Fossils Along the Mohawk. Yesterday, we were here with some newcomers who made some absolutely spectacular finds. we had people who never went hunting for fossils before who ended up with giant Ordovician isotylus trilobites. Oh my God.
Is this good?
That's really good, yes.
Okay, so what am I looking at?
That's the tail of a arthropod about the size of a horseshoe crab. And I'm trying, that might be a flora. That might be some more of it over there.
Those are the eyes.
Yeah. The head's
What?
back there.
Yeah,
Those are the eyes?
Yeah, so it's,
I'm gonna throw up.
so it's disarticulated, but they shed they
Oh my
molted
God.
their shells. But this guy molted and then all the parts stayed in the same area.
What if I start crying?
If you haven't seen this yet, I recommend that you look at our Fossils Along the Mohawk Part 1 and see the incredible finds that people made. Anyway, this is Part 2. Part 2, we are now in the Utica Shale. Yesterday we were in the Lorraine Shale with the giant isotylus. Today we are in the Utica Shale, which has some really well-preserved Triarthus. We're hoping to find some of these nice complete trilobites that tend to be highlighted with this white material. It may be pyrophyllite, but something that has settled out from this lightly metamorphosed material. Really beautiful and highly detailed trilobites. Sometimes appendages are also visible in these rocks, so that is what we're hoping to find. Here's a map of the Mohawk River, the region where we're looking for fossils, and notice that a lot of the map is yellow. Yellow represents Ordovician on this map, so we're looking at a lot of Ordovician materials. We're going to be mainly hunting inside creeks along the Mohawk River, where we get exposure of the Utica Shale. The Utica Shale is actually an enormous formation under most of this region. It underlies Maryland, Pennsylvania, and the western tier of New York, which is where we're looking for these fossils, which is where the Mohawk River is located. Shale tends to be made from very fine sediments that settled out into the deeper part of the sea. If you look at this map of the world during the Ordovician, you can see that most of North America was underwater. The central part of New York was one of the deeper areas behind the Appalachian Mountains. So you had fairly deep water, you had only small particles making it out and settling down to the bottom of this deep ocean, burying the limited amount of life that lived there. We find trilobites, we find cephalopods, and we also find a lot of graptolites. Graptolites actually lived on the surface of the ocean, but when they died, they fell to the bottom, and they might have been what was feeding these trilobites. So the Utica Shale underlies this entire region. In most areas, it is very deep. It is well below the Devonian materials at the surface at the Allegheny Plateau in western New York. But in the Mohawk River, which has cut deep down all the way back to the Ordovician, we can find some outcrops of this material. And we can find these really well-preserved Ordovician trilobites.
Yeah.
So Rich has a very nice trilobite. That's probably a molt because everything is pretty perfect except for the head. So probably they separated at the head, left the molt, and that's what you get. Very nice. Thank you for showing us that.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. Say it again, please.
Well, it's a molt, but it's pretty nice. The head's probably over here. Yeah.
Yeah. Head somewhere away, but that's a nice, very nice body of a Triarthus. Thank you, Mike. Found two heads of trilobites right here, so that kind of tells me this is a good layer. So I drove a nice chisel in, and now we will see if it actually is a good layer. Nice and loose. There we go. Don't see any major finds, but there's enough bits and pieces on the edges to say that this is worth splitting up to see what's in here. hopefully, some trilobites. Alright, so I got a cephalopod, not pyritide, but just normal cephalopod, and some carbonized graptolites. They got sort of that bluish color because the carbon's still left in them. So, you know, not a trilobite, but the day is still young. More of those carbonized graptolites. The whole phyla of graptolites are completely extinct. There are no more of these floating animals on the ocean. So here's the other half of the cephalopod. Just got that out of this, broke that out over here. This hasn't been the best of luck in this spot, so after I break up these rocks, I'm probably gonna try somewhere else. All right, so now Mike has found a nice double. He's got this little trilobite over here, bucket for scale, and another partial one over here. Looks like it might be in there, just buried. So it looks like 2 trilobites. Good job, Mike.
Thank you.
So ladies and gents, just want to take a moment to thank you for watching these videos. If you like fossil hunting, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe. These will make fossil hunting videos show up more in the YouTube feed. Now back to the show. That's this little rock that Mike gave me, has a cephalopod kind of right on top here. You can see the siphon running up the middle, and it's got a trilobite head now after breaking it up a little bit. It looks like maybe some disarticulated trilobites over there too. So my spot today has turned out to be just a big hole in the ground. But over here you can see Mike has a nice trilobite. And what he's going to be doing is working around it so he doesn't destroy it. Work around, get the side burden so the piece is more loose. And then probably go underneath it and make it much more likely that he gets a good piece. Gets the trilobite out whole, which is always what we want to do. At long last, finally got a trilobite of my own. Here it is, this little guy over here. It's tiny, only a little more than a centimeter and a half maybe. A couple other bits and pieces on this rock, so it's a good rock. But yay, have a nice Triarthus to take home. So when you've been working in the rain for 2 days, you really appreciate the sun. The sun's out now. Still working in this beautiful place. Nice stream, full colors. I'm hearing all kinds of snapping and popping as this is coming up, as I'm hitting this. I think a lot's going to come up here. Oh yeah, all ready to come up. We'll have to see. Yeah, nice little trilobite head there, but a bit damaged. Alright, pretty devoid of anything. That's what happens when it comes up easy. So as I've been working at this site, you may have noticed I put a lot of pieces in buckets. These are pieces that are showing at least some trilobite and I think have really good potential. So for the wrap up, I'll be splitting up these rocks and we'll see if there are full trilobites actually inside. So the treasure hunt goes on. Oh, that split, Mike?
Well, not really. This is coming off like mud.
How heavy is that now? Did you get anything?
No, we're still...
I would just just go from the reverse side. See if you can get any of the reverse off, but I wouldn't go nuts. It's better to take a heavy rock home than to have nothing to take home.
It's a heavy rock. Let's see. Maybe you can break off the back.
That's what I would do. Try break off some of the back, leave the front alone. And the Trilobite's quite happy where it is. He doesn't want to be broken into little pieces. So Rich has found a nice Trilobite inside the rock here. He's going to try and actually pry that up, probably at home, to get the rest of the Trilobite exposed. But very nice try out this. Alright. Good. Thank you for showing us that. And just falling down is what I just found. I found what I'm calling a road pizza Trilobite because it's all mushed up. I'm guessing the water was flowing from down here to up here, and as it decomposed, the parts got washed off. And that's why you have sort of this trail of pieces coming from this smushed Trilobite. So that's what I'm seeing here. Maybe I'm right. Maybe a paleontologist can give me a more exact description, but really cool. I mean, I'm happy with it. So here is the other half of my road pizza Trilobite, and over here you can actually see another one that's kind of disarticulated, or maybe that's several that are kind of not fully preserved. So I'm guessing bits and pieces of these Trilobites were washing away, but interesting. I'll call this a find. All right, I have another stone lottery ticket here. Another huge slab to turn over and see if there's anything good on it. Oh, Mike, actually, it's already going, already filming. All I have to do is point it. Yep, all I have to do is point it. And it's wide lens. Papers out in the corner here. And, well, not every lottery ticket's a winner.
Hey, some are and some aren't.
That's right. All right, so it looks like this one so far is not showing anything, but who knows? I'll break it up. Maybe there'll be some more. So we are all done now. Another great day of collecting along the Mohawk. Some really nice Trilobites and a couple other things were found. Everyday fossil collecting is a good day. Sunshine and beauty. Oh, now we're done. Now that we're done, the sun is out. Yay! So for the wrap up, I'll be splitting up these rocks and we'll see what treasures lie inside. I started off by simply washing these rocks off. This one already has most of a trilobite showing, so I'm going to try and carefully get that off and then split the rest of the rock. So here's the piece with that little trilobite. Looks like there may be more that underneath there I might be able to reveal, but it's not a complete one. Managed to pop off the back, and we have some trilobite heads and a trilobite tail. Nothing complete, kind of broken a jagged way, but you know, this is just the first one. We'll have to see what we get. All right, I'm going to see if I can get anything started on this piece. sort of doing the Malcolm Middle method. Trying to find the widest part. Seeing if it can split. Now, it can pretty much split anywhere. There we go. Starting to get split. Now I'll start to stick a knife in there and see what we can get. Okay. Got a piece off. Oh, look at that. We have another big cephalopod. So that is a good find in and of itself. Graptolite showing as well. Nice, a little bit of a trilobite. Let's see what else we can find. Gonna have to get the other half of this off carefully now. So yeah, the matching half. Oh, nice little trilobite head there. I knew about that one already. Actually, that's the reason why I brought this one home. It's got a couple of pieces down there, another one up there, and hopefully it's gotten more complete stuff on the inside. This piece has a couple of nice trilobite heads showing. Split it some more. Revealed another trilobite. That's kind of an assemblage of trilobite parts up here. It'll be easier to see when it's dry. A lot of these, the trilobites show bright white after they dry off, so hopefully we'll see that. This one has a lot of potential. You can see the trilobite head there, another head there, another one there, a little bit of that nice white pyrophyllite or whatever that is. I'm thinking inside it is also going to be pretty nice. So I'm going to try to split into this, and I can see actually there's already a crack here. I'm not sure how far it goes. I might try tapping it with a hammer before just splitting that little bit off. See if I can get more to come off in a larger area. Alright, so it broke into 3 pieces. Here we go. Luckily the trilobite bits and pieces all stayed together. I mean, they're not great, but it's better than destroying a fossil, right? Alright, split another one in half. Got another nice trilobite head. Also covered in pyrophyllite. So finding lots of heads, but very little that's articulated. Really didn't improve very much other than finding more bits and pieces. As these start to dry off, that white highlighting of what I think is pyrophyllite really starts to look nice. This one in particular, this is a good one. So it's not complete, missing the head, but it looks like a pretty well articulated part of the body. So who knows, maybe that's part of its head there. I don't know, but I could call this one a find. This one's a pretty nice trilobite considering how hard it is to get full ones. This one's pretty nice too. We have a cephalopod. Actually, it looks like we have 2 cephalopods. We have crisscrossed cephalopods on this one. I didn't see that when we first found it. And lots of graptolites, shining blue. So this was a good find. Doesn't really need any prep at all. Gonna keep it as is. And finally, one more nice trilobite. This is why we split them. It's got a crack in it. You have to be really careful. But we have, okay, so I think what we have here is a pretty full thorax and the outline of the head. I hope this shows up on camera as well as it looks. This is the other half of that partial trilobite, and we can see it has some pyrite. See a little sparkle? I'm hoping it's showing up on camera, but it has a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of pyrite. I like this piece. It has a lot going on, and in particular, I'm going to try and focus in on this. There is something interesting near the head of this trilobite. This trilobite is totally disarticulated. Now, I'm not sure if we're looking at little snails that might have been feeding on it, or could these possibly be trilobite eggs, which also are found, they actually come out of the head, surprisingly. So this is a really nice plate full of Triarthus, and it has some really interesting features. A disarticulated trilobite, and I don't know, are those snails? Are those eggs? I'm gonna have to try and look more closely into what that might be. Here's a nice partial. Too bad there's not much more of this. Here's what we have. So we split these up. We found some more trilobites, mostly just heads, some other interesting features, and a couple of nice, nearly complete trilobites. So all in all, not bad. Definitely worth the time to break these up and find just a few more fossils. This one's nice, has a whole bunch of partial trilobites. We were looking for more than partials, but can't complain. And on the back, has a nice bit of a cephalopod showing, which is the reason I didn't break this one up any further. Another nice rock, full of trilobite pieces. Here's the trilobite that was in that much larger rock, the only really complete one, or looks like it's mostly complete. I sawed out the piece of rock that it was in, and what I'm going to do next is try to very carefully drill around it, see if I can get more of the trilobite exposed. So this is really the closest thing that I come to a complete trilobite, and but you know, you got to go with what nature gives you. And this has been a fun trip. Day 2 of our fossils along the Mohawk. Any day fossil collecting is a good day. Very happy with my finds, although they were somewhat modest this time. So thank you so much for joining me on this adventure, our Fossils Along the Mohawk Part 2. We had a great time. I hope you enjoyed watching us make these finds along the beautiful Mohawk River in upstate New York. Well, as we come towards the end of the year, I want to say a special thank you to you. This year, we went from about 400 subscribers to very close to 1,000. In fact, it's still possible to be among my top 1,000 subscribers at the time that I am filming this. But I really love these fossil hunts. I love sharing them with you. And I'm really grateful that I have people who enjoy watching these as well. So thank you so much for joining me on these fossil adventures. I'm already planning some new trips, new places to visit, and I will bring you along for our fossil adventures. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed this film. As usual, I'm going to ask if you liked it. Please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you would subscribe, that really helps the channel. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Happy fossil hunting and collecting.
Fossil hunting, der Galactic mit Chris. Alien fossils finding fossils. Paleontology, Trilobites, science and evolution. Devoted, Ordovician embryon, taking those fossils. Come and join us.